most people don't realize is that I've been writing and creating music since 8 years old. It's just that my film and TV work took the main focus publicly, and I was often just overly polite and self-conscious and quiet about what I had to offer, but I have no reason to hide or minimize that anymore. So last year I started posting videos on YouTube, and I grew my channel to 40 million views wholly independently. I was, creating, editing, producing, writing, everything, and it was so evident that there's not only this passion for music, but a response from old and new fans to pursue it. So I hit the studio, and the song When It's Right was one of the first that we penned. And like I said, it's something that I've lived with. I've written, 8 or 10 songs about her, but this one was like, I'm ready to say it, and I'm ready to give it a percussive spine that's sort of reminiscent of Janet Jackson, who I really admire, and who influences me as a full-bodied entertainer. And the song, to see people singing it, I walked into a studio the other day, and someone was choreographing to it, and I immediately started crying, because it means people are feeling it for themselves, and that's what it is. If you're honest in your art, it'll be felt.
Just a couple of days ago, you guys had a little mini Disney Channel reunion.
Yes.
Kelly Kyoko's album release party, and people's reactions to that was insane.
I know.
Were you expecting that kind of reaction to a photo of you, Demi, Cole, and Debbie back together?
I've seen most of them pretty often, so it's nothing new for us, but to have us all in the same photo, yes, I think people went nuts for good reason. It's, perfect nostalgia. But it was super fun, and again, I want to give credit to Haley for bringing us there, because it was about her album, and her album is fire. You should listen to it.
And, you've been working since you were, 6 years old, right?
Yeah.
How have you changed? I can imagine spending your whole life being in Hollywood. What's been the biggest change, especially from your Disney Channel days? Because I feel like that's when a lot of fans became familiar with you. What do you think is the biggest difference between then and now?
I think the biggest difference between being an arguably traumatized child star and an adult entertainer is that I'm finally sharing my voice. I was always performing in someone else's story, and music is the best way for me to be in the driver's seat, writing and producing and speaking about what really happened all those years in all of those rooms. And we're just in a more open era with digital. So my platforms, if people are wondering what I've been up to, all you have to do is type my name in on social media and you'll see. It's all documented, and it's from me directly, and I answer people directly. So I think the biggest change is now you're seeing me for me. And if you hate it, it feels more personal, but if you love it, I know that it's truthful and it doesn't belong to a franchise or a corporation.